like that. I like that. I like that. I like that. I like that.
Oh, we got the bag man. We got the bag man. West Savannah.
I had to represent West Savannah tonight. How stupid they are.
Yeah, man, I tell you, and that's a good segue, Robert. I'm glad you even said that, because that's our general discussion that I forgot to put on the agenda today, and we're gonna talk about this for about a few minutes. Bernard, don't you get too excited and go to cussing Van out and some more stuff.
We're gonna call Nelly. Nelly.
You gotta remember that that's Jamal's cousin.
Yeah,
and we gotta be respectful of family members. Man,
don't tell me. Don't tell me. Please don't tell me.
Well, this is what we were facing. We put up this for our candidate, and it's all of us here, and we had this is for Lauren Monica Bowles, and we did this about 3 or 4 days later. And that's community people to us, all people who live west of Bull Street. West of Bull Street. Everybody, I guess, live west of even Alicia. That's west of Bull Street. Everybody on there, and then they came right back and then want us to outdo them, and they put up this with the establishment,
which is disturbing.
And they put this establishment thing up, and the vote was they won by 9 votes.
God dog a day.
9 votes. Well, I heard it was 6 after they after they counted and did everything, put the provisionals. 6 votes. That reminds me of the 6 vote win that we had here in Port Wentworth. 6 votes. That's 6 people. I know I got 12 people that I text out here that didn't get a chance to go vote. 4 in 6 in West Savannah. 6 on the same street in West Savannah that didn't go vote. But it takes all of us being involved to get people out to the polls and letting them understand the importance of it. I knew it was going to be less than 100. I didn't think it would be under 10, but I knew it'd be less than 100 in this race. The difference would be less than 100. And it's just that we got to be able to come out in droves. They came out with a powerhouse ticket of people, former mayors, state reps. Everybody on there is an elected official. Every single one of them is an elected official. And
put that back up there, Drew. Can you put it back up?
And let me add this though. What disturbs me with people, and we talked about voter education and research Sunday, is 90% of the people on that card you just flashed up don't do a doggone thing, haven't moved a policy for it, and don't have any ideas, even though they are elected. And so what bothers me is y'all just sat there and got let 90% of people on that card raise your property tax, raise your rent, and you still went behind and got somebody else who's gonna pocket the benefit from it. Make it make sense.
But you know what? Let me say this. I text Diane Harvey Johnson a day ago, right? She got mad with me because I ain't talked to her about a year, but she forgive me. But let me say, you know what's the problem? Let me tell you what's the problem. See, what y'all do is, not y'all person, but what they do is they go around and they sugarcoat shit when they see those good for nothing people on that on what y'all showed up. They sugarcoat them. They want to talk bad about them behind the back, but when they get in the face, they sugarcoat them. They hug them. Let me tell you something right now. The word is about to come out my mouth is affiliated with Bernard Brown, not our media network. The problem is this here. You got no good for nothing cowards. Starting with Van Johnson, starting with Otis Johnson. I am starting with Karen Bell and Estella and all. Trust me, those some good for nothing, no good black people. Those some good for nothing, no good black people that destroyed our community. And then we got these so-called sellout longshoremen because they making money, but they got 100 families to take care of. You know what I'm saying? And they want to put these people back in office thinking they doing something for them. They ain't doing nothing for them. I'm telling you, y'all. That's why I got the hell on from out of there, because I probably hurt somebody. I don't like them. I never did like their ass and never won't until y'all really tell them about how y'all really feel and stop sugarcoating and being political correct. You know what I'm saying? And enough's enough all this bullshit talking. Y'all need to go have anybody went down there where all those scumbags at. Yes, I call you scumbags and helpers. Yes, I call it. Have any one of y'all went down there and say, hey, let's talk about what y'all gonna do for our black community. Let's talk about that there. Case closed. Let's talk about that. Because you growed up in the black community. Now you selling the black community out. Those some good for nothing. Those some good for nothing something that picture that y'all showed up there. And it start with that in the closet, whatever you call him, Van Johnson. Stop sugarcoating shit no more. I'm telling you, Rob, all y'all, let's stop this shit, man.
All right. Next, Jamal, you had your hand up.
Yeah. What I shared with some other people, I said that West Savannah is the issue. While we have issues in Savannah right now, is West Savannah has been it, and now West Savannah is now impact the county also. West Savannah has been an issue, and that's why we go and say the politicians, but then guess who had the power to change that? It was the people, and it was people in West Savannah had the power to change it. People in Savannah and people in West Savannah didn't do it. So that right. The politicians are doing, but then guess what? Who actually had the power is the people in West Savannah. So that means that there's some things that got to be done with regards to West Savannah, Hudson Hill, with regards to that, or Woodsville. Something needs to happen with regards to that. That it has to be some absolutely ongoing education about people, voter education. When I'm talking about education, I'm talking about voter education, being astute voters, or understanding how to look out for your best interests, how to elect people who can look out for your interests. But then when it comes down to it, we can go and talk about the politicians, but actually now, and I told folks, I have actually been waiting to say this for a long time. West Savannah is the issue because West Savannah allows this to occur. West Savannah's played a role. When you look at some of this right here, where do those people come from? The people came from and rose from out of West Savannah. Yeah.
Hey, I got a question, Jamal. Are they politicians or are they hypocrites? Are they politicians down there or are they hypocrites? They flat out good for nothing hypocrites. And yes, I blame the people down in West Savannah who supposed to go out and vote. And they done sold their mama land and their grandmama land and Van done him and Otis Johnson connect with this real estate company and buy stuff and let it go out. Come on, dude. We know what y'all doing.
Yeah.
We know what y'all doing. But we know, but the people don't know. And then you heard about, y'all need to go vote. Come on, y'all put them in there. even if you go vote, you still gonna vote for those hypocrite people down there, period. Let me tell you something right now. West Savannah, Van Johnson, the Otis Johnson, they the problem in West Savannah. Okay? Let's call them out. Kind of getting in there and holding your throat.
All right.
Well, who didn't? What was Julius? What was the reason they didn't go vote? Because I'll go back to what Tere's saying. There's nobody but the people who didn't go vote for. And I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why that's lazy. Your employer is required by law to give you time to go vote. So there is absolutely no excuse for you not to vote. There's early voting, there's absentee ballots, and so I really don't. I'm not entertaining this. No, you didn't forget. You didn't want to.
Well, the thing is, they didn't go vote because they weren't aware. We can only do so much on our platform because everybody isn't paying attention. The reason they won, they had a last minute push with an infusion of money, and they did robocalls and a mail out. I've never seen a mail out done in that short of a period. They did a mail out and robocalls
when Chester and Van put their money together. Of course, it's going to work.
Exactly. They had their donors to give because they did not want anybody from a people's candidate in their way. And we know what it was. It wasn't no doubt as to what happened. If you look at her financial disclosures, we'll probably find out that is what happened. She had to put it in there on where the money came from for her to pay for those robocalls and for that mailer. And that mailer was done last minute. And so that's expensive. And then the people just weren't connected. They'll be out in November because it's a presidential election, but they weren't paying attention for this particular election. And it costs. It's 6 votes, not 9, 6 votes. And that 6 vote win is a few people. I know for a fact that I called personally 20, 25 people. I mailed it to hundreds, but I called 25 people that went out to vote after I reminded them again. You know,
and I'm gonna keep saying this. Y'all better watch Glenda Jones on that board of elections. I don't trust her one bit. She already had illegitimately running a neighborhood association. I don't trust. Start watching, folks. That's all I'm gonna say.
All right, Ms. Cozy, we're glad you came. We're glad you showed up tonight. Looking well.
Thank you. It's good to see you all. I'm sorry I missed last week. Whatever I was doing wasn't working. So
Nice seeing you. Nice seeing you.
Good seeing you all as well.
Yeah.
Okay. You saw the election. You got any comments on the election results of the runoff?
I don't. I saw a glimmer of it, and I kind of did like this. I said, "Wow, that little bit."
Oh, okay.
So no, I don't really have any more to say than what you all already did.
Okay. Robert, I meant to send you that thing because Natalie says she don't want you jumping up no more.
Jumping up, staying still, no dog barking. You know, hey,
Natalie said you got to come to the studio from now on, Robert.
Man, Natalie was on. You see, I'm dressed up. Natalie was on.
I had to let my cousin.
Natalie said you cannot come dressed any way you want no more. You cannot keep jumping up. You cannot do all kind of crazy things that you want to do. Who's that?
That's my little cousin, the 6th generation Bryant right here.
Yeah, okay. Jamal showing his muscle.
We need our young people.
Yeah,
we need our young people to involve and engage.
We'll have you on the podcast one day. So I can hear from you. You gotta hear from the young people. All right, you watch it. You good? I'm talking about why.
Well, anyway, we didn't do what we're supposed to do. We still get complacent, Jamal, on what we are supposed to do as a team. One person can't do it. You can't leave that load on one person. It all falls back on the candidate, but it also falls on us also because we could have gotten together as a team and went and made some people vote. Not make them, but take them to the polls,
right?
And encourage them to vote. I knew, like I said, it was going to be under 100.
Yeah, you can take a horse to the pond, but you can't make the horse drink the water. These some grown ass folks, man. If you, I say it on my, I say, if you don't vote, you ain't got nothing to say. Don't say nothing.
Yeah.
You know, man, I'm telling you right now, I don't care what nobody say, what I'm about to say. We are our worst enemy. Y'all can't blame nobody but us. We're our worst enemy. They always want to blame the white man. They always want that white woman or Chinese or Indian, Puerto Rican, and then we go way back in 500 years and all this. I ain't been back in 500 years. I'm here now. Stop blaming other race for y'all fault. It's y'all ass.
And like Deidre said, mainstream media did not make any mention of the runoff. They didn't want to advertise to get the people out. They knew that if it was a low voter turnout and that they were doing the robocalls, then they would have the better chance of winning. And that's what killed it. You know, it was a number of other things. But I'm going to tell you. What the hell? Natalie, do you see Robert?
Hey, I didn't do anything. I'm still on camera. Y'all said don't leave the camera. I ain't left the camera.
You in the backyard?
I ain't moved though.
We're but we you know, it's a number of things, and I'm gonna make a statement later on I might be wrong, but I doubt it. It'll be in a couple of days, I guess. But we cannot sit around and wait for something to happen. And if you call me to help you, then the only way I'm gonna help anybody from now on is you got to listen. If you're not listening, you don't need to come talk to me.
Well,
because I guaranteed her a win, but she didn't listen.
Well, Van said,
I'm gonna leave it there.
Van called Teray. He didn't want me to say it, but Van called Teray and told him that Julia's gonna keep on effing around and find out.
No, he asked Teray to kill me. He asked Teray to get me, but Teray, he loyal to the cause.
My thing is, why everybody in Savannah, Georgia, why everybody so scared to front this man, scared to tell this man? Well, I don't understand.
I don't think it's that, Bernard.
Tell me what it is.
It ain't that. It ain't that. There's nobody scared to confront him.
I'm talking about the personal stuff that y'all know behind what he doing behind his back. The paper bags and all that.
Favoritism.
Yeah. That comes with the job.
Yeah, no, there's nobody scared. They're just not in his presence to do it. We have a platform where we can say things. If we didn't have this platform, then who would know that you would be doing it out there? You know, you got other people that don't like him and do the same thing. But he's the mayor, and he has the votes. So they're going to do what they got to do and what they want to do for the next 4 years or 3.5 years. So we got to live with that, and we got to move on and do what we do.
Yeah, but I think we'll talk about this backstage. I think it's kind of confusing what I'm saying and what you're saying. So we'll talk about it backstage because we don't want to get put off. So we'll talk about backstage.
Well, hey, Robert. If you think if I'm thinking what I'm thinking, you're talking about backstage. You don't want nobody to go. Robert ain't gonna go down there and confront him and go to jail.
No, I'm gonna tell you. Let me tell you, this is real. Hold on, no, this is real. Folks in Savannah have favoritism, and I'll give you a great example of that. I live in a neighborhood where the neighborhood association president don't live here, but was voted in because of favoritism. You know, you don't have to have qualifications in certain cities. This is one of them. But because you're my favorite and because we cool like that, I'm going to overlook your bull mess. That's what happens 100% of the time. You mean to tell me a preacher, now I ain't got nothing against preachers, but a preacher got in office over a qualified published engineer? How stupid can we be?
Yeah.
Go ahead, Jamar.
I was just going to say, going to what Robert said with regards to the person in the neighborhood association, the avenue to pursue that is to go to the city manager's office.
Oh, I did that. He did nothing. Favoritism. I went to the DA. Everybody knows Board of Elections, Georgia Secretary of State.
You recently went to the city manager's office?
When we had the documentation to prove it, I contacted the DA, that's the Jay Melder. Oh, you know, I contacted the 5th District Coalition. Oh, people know about this. But again, you know, we don't know who's friend behind closed doors, and we see sometimes in front of us who's allies. But Jay Melder ain't gonna do nothing Van tell him not to do. That's Van's lapdog, and I said it here first.
So, but I'm asking. I asked, have you all recently gone and presented information? Because I think you all have new information with regards to what transpired. So
no, it's nothing new. Jay knows that Miss Jones lives in Brandonwood, has a tax exemption on Brandonwood, and votes out of Liberty City. Jay knows that. Brad Rafflesberger knows that. Van Johnson knows that. Estella Shabazz knows that. All of them know it. They just don't do nothing because we're going to protect her. Because see, what it is, and I'm going to say it here live first, you think you're going to build up this woman to heir to the throne of the 5th District. See, we're not going to play these games no more. We're going to put it out there, Bernard. Let's put it out there. Robert could probably back this up. We're talking about your 5th District.
Why don't y'all go and get legal representation and pursue the action? Because it's an action that can't be pursued against the city.
Well,
What are we talking about?
So I was just telling him that your favorite person, Ms. Jones, Linda Jones, has a homestead exemption in Brandonwood, but votes out of Liberty City, and we're talking about favoritism. And he said, "Well, why? You know, we haven't told Jay Melder." I said, "I told Jay Melder. Everybody know. Pretty much all the leading officials in the city and the county know. They just won't do anything, and it's around this idea of favoritism. So people get away with stuff because Van or because Linda or because Estella's my friend, or they my cousin, or they this and that. I'm gonna overlook the fact that they're doing this mess right in front of my face because they cool. We're just gonna sweep it under the rug. But shouldn't Chandra, Jamal, or Robert do it? Oh, we're gonna call it out. No, it's too much. I'm done with that. That favoritism crap is gonna kill the city.
So
it already has.
Well, I'm gonna say this on the end. That's why, and see, and I hear us, and that's why I hear. Again, you have a platform,
right?
You have a platform, and you utilize the platform, and you're using the platform. Then provide the information that people can use, because somebody looking at this right here, they hear that, they're going to think that's what the deal is too. But guess what? You have a legal right. You can pursue a civil action, because I'm going to share with you, there are some people that pursue an action because they didn't like what the city was doing, and people say there was some favoritism, and they filed a class action suit. So the city of Savannah stopped doing something, and they say, all right, guess what? And wind up repaying people monies because they said we had done this, and that's why. And so this is what I hear us, and I'm going to say that I hear us complain about stuff, but we don't even go through the process to get it rectified. All we do is we talk, and the action that you have before you as a citizen, we don't even utilize it. So that's why I'm hearing, because I keep saying, like, have anybody decided to pursue a legal action with regard to that? Even outside
follow through.
Just don't do it.
I get what you're saying.
Like,
yeah. That makes sense.
And so that's why, and I hate to say this, guess what? There are Caucasians out there who feel that if a dump truck ran over their ice cream in the street here, it should say the street, they're gonna go pursue an action and complain about it if they get no rectifying of that. But that's what I'm saying. Black folks, we, no matter how much we're gonna say that we're out there and we doing this stuff, that's why I am begging right now. You hear what I'm saying? I am begging those of us, if we say we're about this business right here, then you just take it to the natural hilt of it. Even if it comes down to that, they have ignored you one time, you still go back. And so I guess I need to share this right here. When I'm saying this, I'm in a situation right now that I have said one time to them, they have said, we have told you more than one time. I say, I don't remember. So guess what I've done? I now continue to push the issue. I don't go and say, oh, and some of us going to say they're showing favoritism to some people, because some of us going to have that conversation. But I still going to do it. And that's why I'm saying, hey, if we're saying we are leaders, that's what leaders do. You know who don't do that? The people in West Savannah. That's a West Savannah mentality. Oh, we complain about it, and then we don't even go forward with regards to it. And guess what? And that's what they know. That's what the enemy knows about you. And I'm just saying, not saying you specifically.
Right.
The enemy know they're going to chirp for 5 minutes. And then a second later, they ain't going to say no more. And we continue doing it. But when you can constantly own that out there, and even if they don't care for you, don't like you, guess what? As long as you got the truth out there, then you continue, then you go and put it out there. Then you got the public, and I'm saying not the Our Black Media Forum. You then gonna put it out there to other forums out there for people to know. Because again, it's still because what happened is just what we said about this election. Not everybody knows about it. You know about it, and that's what happened. And that happened in the mayoral election. We thought everybody knew their story. No, everybody did not know your story. That's why you got to be the ones to put it out there. And so I sit here and I listen to that, and I'm just like saying, yo, we ain't even to the level that it should be going. If you got to contact USA Today, Atlanta Journal-Constitution, that's what you're going to do.
Yeah.
But then we all doing it right here in all this right here. And I'm just like saying, yo, if you're serious about it, you're going to continue pushing it.
Yeah, you're right.
Follow through.
Yeah. And if you're serious about it, and Jamal had just broke it down to you, if you serious about it, you go get with Jamal, get with Jules, get RG, and file a legal suit on them down at City Hall. They're going to show you what to do. If you got problem with City Hall from now on, you get with these guys. They're going to show you how to bring the heat. And they're going to show you how to bring the heat.
Yeah.
Period.
All right, we'll be right back after these messages, y'all.
I'm Patty Hewitt, and I'm worried about our future.
Last one.
I think about my grandkids and the belief that they deserve every opportunity. And what you deserve, what coastal Georgia deserves, is someone who cares more about their community than about corporate profits and big pharma.
I'll see you later.
All right, thank you. Small business owners and hardworking Georgians are the heart of our community.
Good day.
Not CEOs, not lobbyists, not shareholders. But who's taking care of them? It's time to ask yourself, what do you want from your government? This is our year to stand up against what we know is wrong. No more DC politicians invading our home life. No more racism that kills dreams and spreads violence. And no more corporate greed at the expense of workers' rights and our environment.
So what would be the most meaningful help to you?
I've spent the last 8 years working behind the scenes, mobilizing our communities for positive change. And while that is really important work, I can't stand by and allow the same tired politicians to run this country, the same ones who've neglected the real needs of Georgians. I'm ready to take our seat in Congress so I can fight for you and your families.
I vote for you.
Thank you, my darling. I love you. This isn't about party lines. This is about voting for a better future for more Georgians. Enough is enough.
You must have a grant to do that commercial.
All right. We back, and we finna get into our subjects. We're gonna get into our topics. And y'all get ready. Everybody, if you don't want to say anything, you don't have to, but we're gonna try to keep it precise. We're not gonna linger on too long on them because we got like 7 to 8 of them. It's real short videos. Only one of the videos is long, I think, but like 3 minutes, but the rest of them are short. First one is bad faith.
Everything can be reduced to right and wrong. Make no mistake about it. We are talking about Christianizing America.
That which God has given us, we will allow no one to take away.
The Supreme Court has overturned Roe v. Wade.
We will make America great again.
It's time for us people to come out of the trenches.
Christian nationalism uses religion to justify all kinds of evil.
Christian nationalism has been a political tool for centuries.
It has nothing to do with Christianity. It's about power and politics. The goal is to enshrine Christian identity as the law of the land.
To reclaim the United States for God.
You can't take over society unless you take over the 7 pillars, and they've gone one by one to do it.
We want total war.
We are the Christian Taliban. We need to force the people to believe what we believe.
When government is in the hands of godly men, it is good. But in the hands of all others, it is evil.
And see, that's how they want to trick us. And if y'all not careful, and you got every reason in the world to vote. If you're not paying attention, that's when people are usually cutting your throat. Well, let me use better language because they might censor me for saying that. Well, if you're not careful, that's when they bump you side the head. I guess that might be a little better analogy term. Because we're not paying attention. These people have a plan in place, and they're working together. And we let Donald Trump become president again, then help us God, because it's going to be tyranny. It's going to be absolute chaos because people are going to get bold. And in our last segments today, we're going to go over the male Karens. It's a bunch of, they got 3 videos for the male Karens. And and it's only going to get worse. They're going to get emboldened when things change. They've gotten emboldened because now they see that nobody cares about what they're doing. And black people, y'all not standing up. You need to be just as angry and just as boisterous as they are on that side. You want somebody to join you in your protest, but you only protest for a day, then you tired. Change is hard and the struggle is long. And we can't change it for those coming behind us, then we failed them. So what say y'all?
Well, I'll start with this. I find it interesting how code language just flows over people's head, and I'll start with this. When he said, politics in the hands of godly men, what he was telling you was only white men need to be in charge. That's what he was saying. I mean, I don't know if y'all caught that, but the thing that gets me, and we'll look at Trump, right? If he is back in office, he will have the likelihood of appointing 2 more Supreme Court justices, if not 3, which means of one presidency, he will have appointed 6 justices, which means the court's going to lean extremely right, which means, voting rights, slavery, all the things you enjoy every day could be problematic. So just keep that in mind. Talking about not paying attention, this ain't the time to go to sleep.
Next.
You have someone who said if he becomes president, then he's going to go after his enemies. And so that's the person who is president. And his minions will have that same mentality that they'll go after. Because if the president can go after his enemies, guess what? Then the minions can go after their enemies also. And psychologically, we know that they're not healthy psychologically. And so, and again, guess what? So that's why, and we're dealing with the anniversary of what happened at Emmanuel AME Church just this week right here. The anniversary was just this week right here when Dylan Roof did what he did. And so guess what? You have those others, again, who are going to take their revenge on their enemies. And because the president does it, then guess what? So that's why it's dangerous that what we're dealing with, this climate that we're in right now, these folks right here. And again, like I said, we don't stand up to them. We got to stand up to them.
You're right. My thing is this, and I always tell people, I said, let me tell you something now. Let me tell y'all something. Don't let Gutless Trunk write a check that y'all can't handle, because don't get it twisted with us. And what he said, if he don't win the election, it's hell to pay. Really? What kind of person would say something like that? And everybody who know what he was talking about. They know what he was talking about. But we as black community just need to come together, man, and embrace it. That video right there show y'all come on, y'all know what time it is. Y'all know what's coming up. You know what I'm saying? But these folks want to get on these social media and shake their little ass and play the music and make all, but they don't want to focus on our media network and let us tell them what's really going on. They're thinking because they're riding around these Mercedes-Benz and big old houses, that's going to save you. They ain't going to save you from Donald Trump. They ain't going to save you for Donald Trump and his people. It ain't.
All right. Anybody else? Sandra, Cozy? Before we get on to the next.
I wrote down Christian Taliban is what I heard them say. We are the Christian Taliban. You know that's not only the Republicans, right?
Oh God, yeah.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
So
who's in the world in that?
What difference is it going to make besides certain policies if the Democrats get in? Is it going to be any better for us?
You know what?
Is it?
Can I answer that?
Please.
Okay, let me say this. Take a deep breath. I am so tired of people saying the Democrat, the Republican, the Democrat. It's not about them. It's not about them. It's about us. It's about what you allow people to do. I don't care what kind of rules they got on tablet. I don't care what. It's us. Trust me, the Democrat and the Republican ain't got nothing to do with us paying our bills. It ain't got nothing to do with they rewriting the history book. It ain't got nothing to do about it. We already know the Republican is snake and the Democrat is snake. It's a matter of what snake you gonna vote for. You got one devil and then you got the other devil. Which one not gonna be all the way in devil? You okay? Because Donald Trump is one of the most gutless man I ever seen in my whole life. And the word that I'm coming out my mouth is not opinion with our black media, but I'm just saying we get on we podcasts, man, and we sugarcoat shit, and it's political correct. These people don't want to hear no political correct. They want to hear tell it like it is. So when you tell it like it is, maybe they'll go vote and vote right. But when you sugarcoating shit, when you political correct and stuff, and you put a pacifier on it, they gonna vote, all gonna vote wrong. So it ain't about the Democrat, it ain't about the Republican. We already know what the time it is. It's about us and black community trying to get it right so we can come together as one. Go ahead, Jamal.
Well, I was gonna say that yes, if Democrats, I'll share this with you that a former conservative black Republican, he posted just this week alone. He said black conservatives need to stand up to them. This is outside of the video that Julius played. He went and said it because he and I've had these conversations. He said that, and when it comes to black Republicans, no, some of them do not stand up. They fall in line. Clarence Thomas is an example of that. We have discussed this about Clarence Thomas. Understood. For him to benefit, he must go, and black Republicans in particular realize that they got to push. They got to go to a higher hill, and that Caucasian Republicans look at them and basically say, "What y'all gonna do?" And they do that. Black Democrats, I have to go and say this, black Democrats are more apt to listen, and they're the ones that are more active with regards to fighting for social causes, seeking justice. So I'm not saying, you say, somebody say, well, even if they're a Caucasian Democrat, like, yeah, but guess what? Black Democrats will be more active and will stand against them. There are black Democrats who will come against some of this right here. Whereas if you see the black conservatives, you look at people talk about Tim Scott. So I'm like saying, so how y'all gonna talk about Tim Scott in 1 second like that, and then all of a sudden think that, oh, they're gonna be okay? And that, but I see Hakeem Jeffries, I look at Jasmine Crockett, guess what? They still speak out against it. What do the black Republicans gonna do? They go right along with your oppression. And Clarence Thomas is saying take it to an even higher level. So I'm going to say, no, I beg to differ that black Democrats, African Americans who are Democrats, are more apt to speak out. African Americans who are independents are more apt to speak out. Yes, we all know racism is within each one of these parties. But then guess what? Black folks are in the Democratic Party heavily, and that black folks, again, will speak their minds.
Has that helped us? Have they heard us? Are they listening?
Well, let me answer that.
Why would we say it has not helped us? Why would we say that it has not? Why would we think that it hasn't helped us? I'm gonna say that's propaganda. We would be in a worse situation with regards to Black Republicans who are not speaking out. That again, we look at Hakeem Jeffries. I'm like, even though I don't have to agree with everything with Hakeem Jeffries, we look at Cory Booker, we look at Jasmine Crockett, we look at Sherry, we look at Maxine, we look at all of them. They have been more advocates with regards to the cause. So yes, they have helped to stem the tide. And then on our local level, look at the Democrats who are Black Democrats in particular, who also have helped to stem the tide. People talk about Eric all the time, passed away, but we're gonna look at that. So imagine what would happen if you didn't have those voices right there, and those other people were the ones in charge. So I'm gonna say that when we play that game about the Democrats are all off and all that stuff like that, I'm like, yo,
we feed into the propaganda. You're absolutely correct. And I was about to say this here, Jamal. If you paying attention, every time that there was an election, you had somebody that always said this is the most important election ever. Well, and somebody said it the other day, Joe Steffen at the Hunger Club. And I was telling somebody before that, I said, God, he took the words out of my mouth. People, pay attention. This is a very important This thing could turn the whole country around, spin it, and throw it into the sun.
Yep.
But you can't say little things that will make this happen. When you talking about whether it help us or not, this is not the time to talk about that. Because once you go and and dissuade somebody from voting and let Trump get in there, every person that don't vote is a vote for Trump. Once you do that and you dissuade somebody from getting in there, then from going to vote, then you're helping Trump. And then when the foot gets on our neck, we ain't gonna. Everybody want to stand up and fight. Then the time to fight is now. If we get by this election, see, Trump is the only. He's a special candidate, the most special candidate we've ever had in the history of this country, and nobody can refute that.
Right.
He's the most special elected official ever in this country, and people are following his hate. Even the black fools are following it because they know no better. It's 50 Cent, who I admire, said the other day he can relate to Trump because Trump got a RICO charge. What kind of fool is that, 50 Cent? You can't relate the charge. You telling everybody that they should have a RICO charge too. No, but we can't. After we get past this election, the other ones coming behind him will be accountable. For some reason, this dude don't care. So they don't hold him accountable because he don't care. He's good for the press. Who else can do what Trump is doing? Name me one. Ain't none out there. They're crucifying. Trump knows how to play the media. He don't care.
Yep. Say it again. What you got to say, Sonia?
Now you've been quiet, Chandra. What you got?
I know, son. So first lady of our black media, you got to say something. You just can't come and not say anything. We got to hear from you. You know you got a lot to say. Just say it.
Well, I'm waiting on Julius to tell me what I should be saying.
Act like you stop it. I'm a
you ain't got to wait on Julius. You're a grown man.
Open your mouth now.
I do. No, I need you to tell me what my opinion is.
Your opinion should be what is best for your grandkids. Don't worry about you. Stop worrying about you. You got a damn job.
Now, don't be petty tonight.
But how about your grandkids? That's what my opinion. That's what we'll be talking about.
Because see, I was waiting for this time. Don't ask me my opinion because Julius has given me guidance that I'm not to really speak out. I can only speak out when he says speak. So
when the first time you listen to Jewish, first of all, let me say this here. Your opinion matters. You say what you want to say. Long as things don't come out your mouth and get a flag. At the end of the day, you say what you want to say. You're a grown damn woman.
We'll have to run that through the Hall Foundation.
We have to run that through personnel. Next.
So,
Lord, Bernard, you are personnel. I just promoted you. You are my elite employee.
Hey, let me tell you something. Y'all come on here and people want to hear y'all keeping it real, not all this bullshit. Okay? At the end of the day, long as we don't say anything that gonna get us red flag and you know what I'm saying, we good. But at the end, the only informant that the black community have is us. You got a lot of people that watch us. You got a lot. I'm telling you, people call and say, "Can you run it back?" And if we give fake information and we give this and then they gonna call us accountable. Sometimes, man, it's okay to laugh. This ain't no comedy show.
Right.
Well, who don't?
I'm hearing
who not keeping it real.
Sonya right now she ain't. Sonya right now she said.
Well, I'm gonna just say this.
You got a mouthpiece in her mouth.
Yeah.
Huh?
Sonya said you got a mouthpiece in her mouth.
No, I don't have a mouthpiece in anybody's mouth.
Let's let her speak.
What I do have is we will stick to the topics. We will stick to what we're doing. Is what we're doing on this show. That's the only thing that I have. This is a business. This ain't nothing personal. This is a business. And we will run it as such. Ain't no change.
I'm on my whatever tip, but I'll go ahead and answer this question. I've been hearing too many people talk about the fact that they're not going to, too many black people, saying that they're not voting, what's the, and my reaction is that if anybody was running against Biden except for Trump, I would probably have the same stance, but because this man wants to get back into power only because of the power and only because of its federal protection of him not being held accountable for all of the things that he previously did, that's more than enough reason, because all he's out there doing right now is going around from city to city, state to state. He has no platform other than I'm the most hated person in America, and by extension, y'all are hated too. He has no platform for how is my leadership going to improve your lives? And when he can't tell anybody that, and he's just sitting rambling for 45 minutes, especially in Phoenix, Arizona. I watched that one. All of them should have died of heat stroke because, it was ridiculous that they sat there and just let him just go on and on about sharks and what else was it? Electrical sharks? I don't even know. It was just crazy, but that's how he is in every place.
You're paying attention now because you're absolutely correct, because he has never walked up to that crowd and spoke to them.
Yeah.
He's only speaking about what he's going to do for the rich, and everybody out there damn near poor.
Yes. Yes. And Julius, if you can't speak to my need, and that is what I think has been most disappointing for me. Some of the things that Biden has done, maybe iffy, he tried, but then there's been some things that totally I needed him to do. If you're a black woman with black boys, you, or even if you're just a black person driving around, you need to know that your life might not be taken if you get pulled over by the police. That's the reason why we need police reform bills. And it bothers me that the Asians didn't walk even a city block and they got a whole bill. And here we are, you know, we get what? Juneteenth? What did y'all do today?
And we built America.
What did y'all do today?
Damn right. Hey.
This is how the Asians got it.
Yeah.
Moolah.
Exactly.
Moolah. That's how they vote.
But we should have been first in line to have our lives protected. Don't give me a sentimental bill, you know, because I could have used my 2 floating holidays to celebrate Juneteenth and my birthday, you know. But
okay,
I'm just
let's
saying.
get on to our next subject.
Yeah.
Because we only got a little over an hour left, and it's dealing with relationships. Y'all women, tell us why y'all won't talk to us.
My wife said to me one day, "Yo, we need to have a conversation. You're not intimate enough. I don't feel intimacy." I'm gonna be real. I was like, I don't even know what that means. She said, "You don't spend intimate time with me." So I said, I didn't know that you felt like I wasn't intimate. If we never talked about it during this time, when would you have told me? And she said, I don't know when it would have came up. Now watch. When we don't communicate, it creates a gap. From the time Tyshawn is supposed to say something to the time Tyshawn actually says something, everything in between here is what? A gap. And everything happens in the gap. People get divorced in the gap. Other chicks and other dudes into the equation in the gap.
Facts.
People get information misconstrued in the gap. Every relationship, every couple, your number one priority is to close your gaps.
All rise, Mr. Brown in the room. Mr. Brown, please go ahead.
You very can. Thank you. Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Always, hello, boys and natural ladies. Good to see you guys tonight.
Good to see
I
you
know
as well.
so far you got a great show going on. So y'all guys just continue to do it. And all the listening, viewing audience, I want to shout out to Ron Spencer in Dallas, Texas, which he want to maybe come on and bring some economic advice from Dallas and share with us.
Yeah, Ron will be on in a couple of weeks. He's going to come on and be a guest host from time to time until he starts his own show. We inspire people to want to start shows, you know, all the way in Texas. You know, this man is watching. He called me and said he's a friend of Charlie's, but he lives in Texas. He watches
That's right.
And he says that he wants to do his own show. And that's great. You know, and we have plans. We have big plans on continuing to do what we do. This is a network that we're trying to make all over. And those who are here now will reap the benefits. Those who are gone will probably say, I wish I had. But closing the gaps. That's what we need to do in relationship, closing the gaps. We have to be able to communicate with each other, to tell your spouse what you need, tell your spouse what you need. Now, if they got deaf ears and they don't do it, then like the man said, those are things that cause problems. You have to be able to close the gaps. You got gaps where you're not communicating. You got gaps where you don't know that you're supposed to be sexualizing your mate. You got gaps where you are not taking care of the house and the bills are not being paid. There are gaps that needs to be closed so that you can function in a relationship that is healthy. And that's what that video was about. Everybody ain't got to comment on it. We know, Mr. Brown, you've been closing gaps for 50 years. So,
no.
So you still there, and the marriage is strong.
Still closing it.
You know.
With that shirt he wore last week, boy.
Yeah, I know. I know it. I'm gonna get a little messy, but first of all, I want to. Normally, I don't look at comments, but it kind of pissed me off, and I want to say this here. I'm not trying to push Sonya to push her to talk. I understand what the person said about the comment. No, Sonya is a big part of our Black Media Network. And so when Sonya talks, she like E.F. Hutton, people listen. So don't say you ain't got to push her to talk. Come on. I mean, I had to address that. You know what I'm saying? That kind of pissed me off. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, you know, she's a part of us. And I ain't trying to push her to talk. So that whoever made that comment, it is what it is. Moving on after that.
I don't know who say that comment. You ain't got to press. Just give me her time to talk. I'm ready to start talking right now. She don't have to talk. Sonya, you can be quiet. I do some talking. You know I get excited. I love it.
One thing about it, one thing for certain and two things for sure. I do have opinions. Right. I do have an opinion on most things, you know, but I you know, here lately I try to be respectful of my brother Julius. So, you know, if he tells me not to speak, I don't speak.
Well,
and when she get in the car, she gonna cry.
Man, I ain't never. This is the first time in American history that a Black woman listened to a Black man and her. Come on,
not
make
true.
it make sense. Make it
Lord.
make sense.
Oh Lord.
Not so.
Come on now. Hey, well, I can talk about my relationship. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, I can't talk about everybody else's relationship. Communication is the key to any relationship. Mr. Brown, you done been there 50, you know, I've been there close to 40, Jules, all of us. It's about communication. It's not always about P Valley. It's not always about D Valley. You know what I'm saying? You got to listen to your mate. And women, you have to listen to us. We more sensitive than y'all. And one thing I was telling all my daughters, all four of them here, I said, let me tell you something. If you go and destroy a manhood, that man can walk out the door and go. We already got so many people that we're dealing with. And all of a sudden you trying to destroy our manhood? Come on, that ain't gonna work on this. Nah, that ain't gonna work. Yeah, if we ain't got no money, we'll work together to get the money. Okay, but don't think you anime. Don't think you anime like you all that. Because in Atlanta, Georgia, it's 55-1. So if that one want to leave, I got 54 more you know what to go for.
Bernard, before we get off the air tonight, give me your address and phone number so I can maybe talk to some of them.
Mr. Brown, the song says you can't have one woman, gotta have three. Is that true? Y'all don't think about that?
Man,
that's what the song saying now.
Nah, in Atlanta, Georgia, 55-1.
Yeah,
so
all night long for real.
All night long. So you got 55 more women to get Sunday. And Charlie Brown can wear that shirt in Atlanta, boy. Trust me.
Yeah,
please don't stop by that
shirt, boy. I'm just saying.
Sonya, but we do want your input, and your valuable input is very good. I think it created a lot of sparks to the show and all, because we all can't agree on the same thing. Because I'm not going to agree with that gentleman down there. I ain't gonna call him no names tonight. I'm trying to be nice tonight, but I'm trying to be nice. So please, anytime you feel like coming in, I don't care what he say. You do what you need to say, okay? Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
Yo,
I appreciate
Lord, my God.
Hey, because she been there with nobody wanting you.
Judas. You got two Judases on here, Julius.
So Jamal, what you think about that question? What they say about relationship? You go ahead, old big dog. I know you got.
I can't stand Bernard Brown right
now. No, I'm chilling. I'm good.
On the relationship?
Yeah, I'm good.
Come on, bro. I got one for you. Guess who's gonna be on Ron Spencer's show?
Who?
Nigel Enzi.
Okay.
Yeah, he know Nigel. He said pretty well.
Okay.
Nigel ain't coming on no show. Nigel will be on the show with me and Jamal. Nigel don't even show up.
Oh, Julius, please, did we ask you to bog down there? We having a conversation. We go back to talking to the wall.
Nigel, my man. He was supposed to be on the show. Let me tell you how bad it is. He was supposed to be on the show with me and Jamal the other day.
Right.
Just 2 weeks ago. I offered to send him a damn laptop so he won't have no problem to get in on the show, and he still won't show.
All right, but we're gonna give him the opportunity when Ron get ready to have him on his show. Let's see if he show up.
Yeah, we're gonna see. Because he ain't. I know Nigel, that's my man.
Oh, he cool, man. He all right. Captain Black.
All right.
Yeah.
Next, we're going to the next subject.
People are motivated by the fear of loss over the possibility of gain. So if you feel like you're going to miss out, they know you will pay more for something that is not superior to that which you actually pay for. A Rolls Royce ain't worth $500,000, except for the people who think it is. A Birkin bag, I hate to tell you, it is not worth 30 grand. There is not more leather in it than, say, a Louis Vuitton bag, but because there is scarcity, then they come out and say, we got a Himalayan. It's white crocodile, $330,000. Somebody goes out and pays for it. Why? Because there are not many of them. See, you're missing what I'm saying. You're thinking about purses. I'm talking about you. See, the way you increase your value is you stop acting like everybody else. You stop trying to be like everybody else. You stop trying to do what everybody else is doing and learn who God made you to be. And once you become what he made you to be, the demand goes up because the supply goes down.
Was he talking to any of y'all?
I told him that.
That brother was talking. I love that brother.
Yeah, he always got a great message. He has a great message every week. Every time I hear him, he has a great message because, and he's so right about that in the value of things. We put too much value on things that shouldn't have any value whatsoever. You couldn't give me a pair of Jordans because I never thought Jordans was worth it. You know, I don't buy expensive things. I don't even buy my clothes. My wife gotta go buy. She just brought me 2 pairs of shoes for Father's Day. I don't buy nothing. I'm a miser because I don't believe in spending money frivolously. You know, like make it rain or something. I don't know, Bernard, but that's just for a comic.
Natalie, you heard that?
Nah, that was an inside joke. But anyway, let's say y'all.
A dollar have no value. It's the
the
value we put on it. It's the same as the purse and the same as the Rolls Royce. If we don't put value on it, it wouldn't have that value. That's how value began. And you have to look in the way it works. Economic works the same way. Supply and demand. If none of us want the Air Jordan, then it have no value. It have to drop in price because we make the dollar bill work because we put value on it.
Mr. Brown, when they drop it like it's hot, it adds value, but ask Bernard.
But
that's a different kind of value.
Look at it, we put value.
That's a different kind of value. Trust me.
You ladies want to say anything? Jamal?
Oh, I'm fine.
Okay. Now, this is a tag. Bernard, did you go already?
No, I didn't go, but it's okay.
Right.
No.
This is the longest video is 3 minutes, and I want y'all to listen to it because I'm gonna start doing it, and I'm probably going to clip all my cards after y'all hear what this man is saying. And it makes perfect sense on what we should be doing.
These things. So I use the safest form of payment that exists on the face of the earth, and that is a credit card. Credit card. Visa, MasterCard, American Express, Discover card. Not debit credit, but credit card. Every day of my life, I spend their money. I don't spend my money. My money sits in a money market account. It earns interest. Actually, nobody knows where it is because it's not exposed to anybody to find it. It's just sitting there. I go to the dry cleaner, I give them my card. I pick up the groceries, I give them my card. I put fuel in my boat on the weekend, I use my card. I pay the marina to keep my boat in the water all year long. They put the rent on my credit card. I travel all over the world. While I wait to get reimbursed, I use my credit card. If I need euros, I go to the ATM machine, I use my credit card. I'm not going to use my debit card to get euros overseas or pounds in Great Britain. And every day I use my card, and then if I pay the bill in full or part of the bill, my credit score goes up. So I'm building credit while I'm using that credit card. And if tomorrow, and I'll do everything to protect my information, but if tomorrow someone gets my card number and charges $1 million on my credit card by federal law, my liability is zero. I have no liability. So yes, I love to shop online. I don't use a special card, I just use my credit card. If they don't deliver the merchandise, if they deliver it and it's broken, if the host site I went to was fictitious to begin with, I have zero liability. When you use your debit card, every time you reach for it, you're exposing the money in your account. The only person who's going to get robbed is you. When you use your debit card, you could use it for the next 50 years, 20 times a day. You will not raise your credit score by that much. And of course, when you use your debit card, you are liable up to a certain amount, and it takes a while in order to get that debit card fixed. So when we do post investigations at breaches, and we say to someone, on your incident, what happened? Well, I was in Target, but I used a Visa card, so I don't know, nothing. They canceled my card the next day. 2 days later, FedEx sent me a new card, and that was the last I heard about it. What about you? And I used a debit card there. They took $3,000 out of my checking account. It took me 2 months to get my money back while they said they were investigating. I had to pay my rent, had kids' tuition, everything. I couldn't pay it because they had my money. So I do it for that. So I had 3 sons that went off to college, and I said to them, I'm not giving you a debit card. I've actually applied for a credit card in your name. So it's your card. Of course, you're 18, you have no credit, so I guaranteed the card. So as a guarantor of the card, 3 things take place. 1, the bill comes to me and I'm responsible for the bill. So if you spend a lot of time in the bar, I'm going to know that. 2, I set the limit on the card. So whatever I want you to spend each month is while you're at school, I'll set that limit. 3rd, every month that I pay the bill goes on your credit. So by the time you get out of college, you should be looking at a credit score of about 800. You want to buy a car, buy a house, buy a condo, you're not going to need me to do that. All 3 of my sons came out of college with scores of around 800. One of the best things you can do for your kids is to teach them to learn to use credit early on and build credit in their...
Awesome idea.
Man, that's a wake-up call, because I don't have no credit card. I don't want no credit card. I use straight up cash homie debit card.
I've been doing that.
Yeah,
I've been doing that. Go ahead, Bernard. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I don't use credit cards. I don't have it, but I'm 61 years old, and I say, man, I'm too old to have bills. So most of my money, I'm serious. But I never realized what he just said. And that was very good information. So now I guess I better go apply for a credit card. And when I go to Cheetah, I just swipe it right between them, boom, and then boom.
But you know what, Bernard?
Hey,
Bernard, hey, it save you a lot of cash. But my mom used to say this all my life. She said, good credit is better than money in the bank.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we didn't realize what the meaning of that was.
Definitely not me.
Charlie Brown got 30 credit cards.
I don't have 30, but I do have I think 7. And but you know, there's a little downside to it. Now, be sure if you're going to have the downside, be sure if you use and charge up, you know, $200 or $300, be able to pay it off at the end of the month, and you pay no interest on that money. But once that's the downside. But if you constantly use the credit card, I got one with a little bit of balance on it, but the rest of most of them I pay off at the end of the month. I have $400, $500, $600, $700. I just pay off and I pay no interest on those cards. But it worked. I don't even use the debit card. I've never used a debit card in a gasoline to pay for gas or anything like that. And the reason why the debit card is direct link to your account, you have no security really. And the gasoline, the stations can hold your money up, and the credit card is not like that. So I've been doing that probably the last 3 or 4 years or longer.
And what's your credit score?
854.
I told you. I seen it. That's why I know. I seen him do it. And I wonder why he got all these damn credit cards.
Oh, okay.
He got debit cards. He got debit cards. He don't use them.
I don't use
them. Credit cards.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's good information. I didn't know that. Good information.
For instance, he know because we both got accounts at Navy Federal. So I told Julius I was going to open up a checking account at Navy Federal, and sitting in there the same day I said, I want to get one of your credit cards. Julius, tell him how much limit I got.
I thought I was doing something with a $10,000 credit card. Here's 25. So
$25,000.
So I thought I was doing something with a 10, and he told me the one with the 25. I said, "Oh Lord, have mercy, I ain't doing that."
Yeah, but again, the guy is absolutely right. That's how, if you're gonna be successful, don't use the debit card, but be able to have a couple cards that you can pay off every month. And then on cards that you get, you can use them when they got zero balance. Like during the holidays, they offer me zero balance on what I use for 10 months. So you can pay on it, but before the end of the 10 months up, be able to pay it off. That's what I'm suggesting.
And some zero interest. Pay it off right then because you have the cash on your debit card. They take it out your bank right there. So you might as well use that money to just pay your credit card off monthly. I'll pay on it. But anyway, we got one subject, and I wanted Jamal on this subject before he left. And this is I don't know whether anybody ever heard of Sugar Hill in Jacksonville, Florida.
Do I have a life? I have a life. I have an outside life.
Obviously, you homeless. Obviously, you're homeless because every time I see you, you in Joy's house.
Yeah, I'm questioning that myself.
Little ass over here too, because he can't sit still. He can sit still over here.
Talk about me, but Jamal gets favoritism. Jamal get favoritism.
Nah, you popping out like a damn rabbit.
Don't do me like that.
Let's go to this one so we can talk and give Jamal a second to talk about it. We got we only got 2 or 3 more subjects. We're gonna get through them. Hold on.
It all know. Now, Sugar Hill was a black upscale community and business district in Jacksonville, Florida. Its black hospital, hotels, mansions, and more now all sit under I-95. Here's the backstory. Now, Sugar Hill was the answer to the problems of the black Americans during Jim Crow Florida, and it was filled with black prosperity from the late 1800s to the 1960s. The area was largely a byproduct of a black-owned street line system connecting northwest Jacksonville with downtown, but from this spawned an amazing self-sufficient black community. Now, Sugar Hill streets were lined with mansions and elegant homes that showed the power of the black dollar, honey. Now, the upscale area was home to black families, doctors, lawyers, teachers, ministers, Pullman porters, and more. Many also had ownership or also owned hotels, restaurants, shoe stores, banks, and more. In addition, black men here pooled their resources and money and created the Afro-American Life Insurance Company, which provided life and burial insurance and mortgages to our own. This too would be a success as it created not only millionaires, but one of Florida's first black millionaires. The area also had Jacksonville's first black hospital, Brewster Hospital, and the School of Nurse Training. There was also Wilder Park, a 30-acre park that included a public library for us, track and baseball field, and a community center. This would all go down the drain during the 1950s and 60s when Sugar Hill was chosen for construction of I-95, the expansion of a hospital, and the end of segregation. Sugar Hill, everyone.
Wow.
That happened in Savannah too.
Yeah.
The Harry Truman.
Well, actually, and you had a Sugar Hill in Houston also, and a community of black millionaires. And so what we've shared with folks that goes to show you when we talk about some of these issues that I tell folks, here go, even black millionaires couldn't protect their own neighborhood. And so now when Julia said something to me, I was thinking about Durkeeville. You got Durkeeville. Durkeeville has also been hit by I-95. And so people look at Durkheimville today, they're going to say, oh, that's the ghetto, that's the hood and all that. But I'm not saying these were thriving places right here. They had their own baseball, their professional baseball fields, all that. And that's a part of the story, because that's why I tell people there are 3 things that affect Black communities across the entire United States: public housing developments, interstate highway system, and integration. Integration caused us to stop going to the business in our communities and start going downtown out to the mall. We see the decline of Black business. And so I-16, just like when we are riding down I-16, I can't remember if I was talking with y'all, but I shared it this weekend with some people. I said that when I go down I-16, you know what I think about? I think about who property that was that I'm riding on right now. Because we see Cloverdale and Carver Village. Guess what? It wasn't just them. That what we see on that left and to that right. There were homes owned by Black people that we were riding on right there. And then a part of the cemetery for Laurel Grove, we were riding on some of that. And so again, when you own 16 coming into Savannah and you hit Carver Village, you hit Cloverdale to your left and to your right, you need to realize you're riding on top of Black homes that were owned by Black people. But the sad part to this is, guess what? Those people, their families don't even talk about it no more. They don't even realize it. So that shows you how when that stuff happens, that's what I call spatial memory. When they get rid of structures important to you, people forget about it. And so generations of us have forgot about it. Jerome Irwin will tell you all, he remember walking from MLK on West Broad Street straight down to Carver Village, down Bolton and Walboro. That's how it was. You got Springfield that had a baseball field right there. You had businesses. I got people today going to tell me, say, Jamal, my granddaddy business right over there. But it's part of I-16. And so we said the same thing in Jacksonville. That's why our story is the same story, no matter where we are in this country and in this world.
Yeah, you're right.
For staying around.
Jamal, we had several hotels. We had the Brayboy Hotel, Schaefer's Hotel. I mean, nice hotels. And then what happened to those hotels was when integration came in and said we can go to the Holiday Inn and Howard Johnson, we ran like, I don't know, like crazy. And then all of a sudden, the Brayboy went out of business, Schaefer went out of business, and Spokesman Park had hotels as well.
And guess what? Somebody did not realize that Sportsman Park was sold. I had to tell them that just this morning. They were like, oh, I didn't know. I said it got sold in 2018, Sportsman Park. I said the building, all that's still right there, but in Tremont. And so again, and family members went and agreed on the sale of it, even though some are outvoted on it. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Thank you for sharing that. That's some powerful information. In order to,
Augusta Avenue was an important street. You know, Augusta in West Savannah, they had something called Lincoln Park.
Yes.
That was an entertainment and resort area that right in West Savannah, Lincoln Park.
On Louisville Road. On Louisville Road.
Yeah, and that again, but here goes some people not even realizing. I'm like saying, yo, they came and hit us for 516, does the same thing in our communities, so yeah.
You always run through our community.
Yeah,
that's correct.
By design.
Which I will go and say this. The NAACP in the 1950s went and said specifically, that's why when some of these Caucasians talk about this stuff right here, preservation, I'm going to say, where were y'all in the 50s? Because in the 50s, WW Law and the NAACP has said to them, y'all are targeting our neighborhoods. Because they say, you're putting up the public housing developments. Because see, don't think Fraser Homes, Kane Homes just popped up like that. They had put the plan out there, and WW Law and the NAACP went and said, people in Savannah, they said to the city council, they said it to the developers, they said, y'all in the federal government, y'all putting everything in our neighborhoods. That's why Frogtown got messed up. Frogtown, the people, you had the Paul McCarr quarters right there in Frogtown. And so now, guess what? It gets knocked out, it gets put out the way by I-16. And so the NAACP has said that, but guess what? They ignored it because, again, Black folks.
But you know what's so sad? History is repeating itself.
Yeah. People don't realize, I keep saying this here. The Indian found the country, the Black folks built the country, and the other half stole the country. Period.
That's right.
That's right. That's true.
That's right.
I tell my daughter, I tell my grandkids, I tell them it's the truth. what they do, they change the history so it make us look like we ain't did shit.
Right. Because there are a lot of people that are not from here that look black, and they say, well, you guys have been here all this time. How come you haven't built your own this, that, and the third? We did. And whenever we do it, it gets destroyed. Even lakes, Lake Lanier, Lake Marion. There's a bunch of them, but those are the only two that I remember that were black towns, black cities. Well, Seneca Village in Central Park as well. They were just flooded out.
Yeah.
And you wonder why so
Oscarville,
many
Lake Lanier,
Oscarville, right?
Was Oscarville,
right?
And we did a show on that one day. We did a show on our Black History Facts show. We're gonna go to a message, and then we'll be back because we got and Bernard, you're gonna appreciate the joke of the week.
Have you ever experienced a Juneteenth event? Come out to Port Wentworth and celebrate our second annual Juneteenth Festival. Friday, June 21st from 5 p.m. until 9 p.m. Come enjoy our music, our food, our heritage, our culture, and our history. It will be plenty of fun for everyone. Juneteenth is American history. It's a day that we celebrate and remember. It's a day that we look back, but more importantly, a day that we look forward. Join us this June.
Hello, I'm Richard Coleman, and I'm running for the office of Sheriff of Chatham County. And when I'm elected, I promise to inspect what I expect. Chatham County, it's time for a change, and that change is me, Richard Coleman.
Linda Wilder Brown said we shouldn't be talking about the election, but I'm just saying what she said. But go ahead now.
What election? Okay, well, we got two subjects left. Well, one subject left, and then we got Karen. We got two subjects, and we're gonna go ahead and play why people don't like you.
You know, don't like you. It's not that they don't like you; they don't like the anointing that's on you. Your anointing makes them uncomfortable. And the reason they can't relax when you come into the room, because something in you is tormenting something in them. And you say, I don't understand how come I keep falling out with people that I'm trying to be nice to. And you need to understand it's not your actions that they hate. It's your anointing that they hate.
So how many of y'all are anointed? How many of y'all walk in the room and they don't like you? You know,
well,
I don't know. When I walk in the room, it's a party. You know, that's a different. Maybe the room TJJ walking in is the same room P Diddy walking in. Oh, sorry.
In that room.
Quiet. Listen.
TD fakes.
Y'all be nice now.
He's trying to build the man back up.
It's hard. It's hard.
When I walk in a room, people hate me. And I am one of the most pleasant individuals in this city and county. And I don't know why. I guess I'm special. That's why.
For real? You being honest or you joking?
A little bit of both, Bernard. You called me out. You called me out.
I'm about to come get him.
No, he's all right. Because let me tell you what Mr. Brown did one night.
No, I'm pretty liked by most people.
Mr. Brown sat on that teal truck with a Keisha Gibson sign, big as Savannah, and sat right up to my, hey, Van.
Robert was out there.
Oh, Robert, was you there that night when I spoke?
Why you? I was like, really?
Oh, maybe that's why I'm being hated.
Yeah, it's your anointing. It's your anointing. People, you know, and then you know when you, it's not that you cocky. It's just confidence that you have in yourself. When I walk in any room, I tell everybody it don't matter. I don't have to bow down and think if Obama in the room, I gotta run and get Obama picture with me and all. No, Obama needs to come get my picture because when I walk in that room, he is no longer the most important person in the room.
Yeah.
I am.
Yeah.
I am.
Yeah.
Any room I'm in, I'm the most important person in there.
Yeah.
And that's the way that you have to think. You carry yourself like that, then you don't have to worry about nobody else.
Yeah.
I think Julius and I had this conversation one time, and he asked me, why you like to be late? Why you like to do this, Charlie? I said, because when I come to your party, who I told you, I said, the party is about who?
You.
I said, Julius said, it's not your party. I said, I think it's my party.
Right. It's what we have, man, coming from Savannah, Georgia. Oh, we arrogant, we cocky, we feel like we better than cheese, and that's just the way we is. I told him I'm the sexiest man in the world and the handsomest man in the world. My opinion. Who don't like it? Trust me. And I tell you, women, I'll rock your world all night long. When I'm on good, when I got some rest. Come on, if you don't feel good about yourself, who else gonna feel good about you?
Right.
Come on,
that must be awfully expensive, huh?
What did you say, boo?
That must be awfully expensive, huh?
No, it's not. It's cheap.
Okay.
It's cheap. $20 to get you all your clothes on.
I've got to tell this. This is not a joke, but I got to tell this since Bernard. My mom is no longer with us, you know. And when she was down real sick, I was helping her put her clothes on to go to the doctor's office. And Mama said to me, "Why are you having such a difficult time, son?" I said, "Mama, I'm accustomed to taking women's clothes off and not putting them on." My mama thought that was the funniest thing in the world. I said, "I'm accustomed to taking them off, not putting them on."
Hey, you ain't got to put them on no more. They taking them off.
Hey, I didn't know this. Is that true?
What's that?
Fraser Homes only got one door?
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
Really?
They don't have no back doors.
They don't have no back door. They ain't got no back
door. With one door.
You did not
Fire
know that?
hazard.
I promise you I did not know that.
It's got one door. If something blocked the front door, those front doors goes in there, there's nowhere getting out unless you jump out the window.
I bet you that's by design.
Yeah, by design.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's pretty interesting. All these years, you never realized.
Never knew it. And how many times I done been in Fraser home? 1,000 times. I ain't never realized.
Yeah, no back doors.
Wow. Amazing. Here's the joke of the day, Bernard. I know you're going to get a kick out of this.
A kid walks up to his dad. He asks him to explain the difference between the words realistically and potentially. His father responds by telling him to go ask his mother if she would sleep with their neighbor, Brett, for $1 million. He then told him to also ask his sister whether she would sleep with their neighbor, Brett, for $1 million. And he also told him to ask his brother whether he would sleep with Brett for $1 million. The kid asks everyone. He comes back and tells his dad that they all said yes. His father responds that potentially, we're sitting on $3 million. Realistically, we have 2 whores and a faggot in the family.
That's perfect. I love it. Oh my God.
That was good.
Oh man.
That's a good one.
That was good one.
Yeah,
that was number 1 right there.
Yeah, that's number 1.
Hey, yep. And his son named Van Johnson. Oh, excuse me, y'all.
Oh my God. Mr. Brown.
I'm sorry. I'm
I
sorry.
don't know.
I'm sorry.
We're not sorry.
Anyway,
We're not sorry.
we got 3 videos. I'm gonna play them in clips, I guess. And these are this is our main topic: Karens. We running across too many Karens these days. They're getting people shot. They're getting people. A bunch of them. I had one. I couldn't show it, but because the word, the Karen called the man the N word, and boy, he slapped him into next week. And I couldn't show that because I know they'll ban us for the word.
Right.
The word. And we played this video before, and I got sanctioned. And you remember when we played it, and after he done slapped the man down, he was walking away and he flipped his hat and caught it. Yeah, that's the video. I couldn't show that one again. He's the first male Karen. He was mad because the man told him Trump won't win this year.
This motherfucker jumps on my car. It's right in front of my car. Get off! Move! What are you doing? Get off my car! He's still on my car. Get the fuck off my car!
Charlie Brown. That was Charlie Brown. I call that name.
No, what the heck?
These people are coming unglued.
I'm serious.
They are coming unglued.
Man, y'all think that's bad? Wait, let's see if Trump wins. If you don't go out and vote the right way, this is just the start of it.
You're right.
They're gonna get so emboldened, they're gonna think that they can send you back to Africa when you ain't even
I ain't came from Africa. I came from my mama on Farrell Street.
Memorial Ocala.
West Side, shit. It wasn't Memorial Ocala. No, it was on by Forsyth Park. The hospital on Forsyth Park.
Mary Terry.
Affirmative.
Welfare.
Mary Welfare.
Yeah, that's where I was born at. Yeah.
Okay.
I wasn't born at no Memorial Hospital, Canada, none of that. No. Forsyth Park, right across the street.
How you?
Come on, bro. Watch out. What'd you say we can't do?
I'm Tom Austin. I'm a tenant in the building. Are you?
We're all tenants in this building.
What office?
Don't worry about that. I'm explaining this.
What office?
So we have an office here, and this guy came accusing us we can't be here.
What office are you in?
Don't worry about that. We don't have to tell you.
I'm calling 911 then.
Go ahead. As you guys can see, we're dealing with racism here.
Nicole? Hey, this is Tom Austin. I'm in the gym at the Mosaic. There's the whole, I don't know what to do here, but there's a whole bunch of people who don't appear to be part of the...
Y'all see this racism here?
It's their anxiety. It's their anxiety.
Hey.
But if one of them boys would have slapped the hell out of him, then
he'd be in trouble.
You know,
yeah.
Don't come in my face and thinking that you could just do anything you want to do. You know, I done told you to back off. You ain't got no business in my business.
Yeah.
And that's why they need to get shit slapped out of them, because they in their damn body business.
Yeah. So I think it's more of the white men's than the black women's. Is coming out. Yeah, that's how I feel. I proud you. Trust me. I'm coming out the club. I'm serious. True story. I'm coming out the club about 2 Fridays ago. I walked out the club ready to go. Before I get in my car, man, Becky jumped on me and said, "Do you want to F?" And I'm like, Becky came out of nowhere. I'm telling you. And I was like, I ain't gonna tell you what I say, but I'm just saying.
How much did you pay her?
I ain't had to pay her free.
That's a good one.
It's free. I'm telling you right now, Cozy. This is a different world now. They giving out P-Valley free. They be asking you, "Do you want some P-Valley?" Sure. You know. Believe me, Cozy, you need to come to Atlanta, boo. Boo, you need to come to
Right. No, don't do it. Don't do it.
I don't want no
Robin, though, you need to come to Atlanta. Trust me.
Sin City.
Sonya, you awful quiet tonight. You don't have no, and Houston, it don't happen in Houston.
What?
You know, people are getting all up in your business and trying to make you not live in the neighborhood where you live at.
Oh, y'all must not have heard about Houston. We kill people. So, yeah.
No.
There's no Mega Man no more, Jewel.
What you will not do is play with us.
Clean up.
This ain't Texas.
The rain is coming out. Sonya Mott is not affiliated with All Black Media, and we will appreciate that. That's
what that song, what that Beyonce song is?
This ain't Texas.
And we don't hold them.
So in Houston, y'all don't take no trash. Y'all don't take nothing off.
We will leave you stranded on the side of the road, I promise you. Every day that somebody done something to be in their car slumped over their steering wheel.
I got you.
And don't nobody know nothing.
I got you.
Don't nobody know nothing.
In their lane right here. They really.
That's all
I got a few people I want to bring to Houston.
Houston's something else, boy. Houston's something. Man, they got the most beautiful women. Houston. If you ain't not been to Houston, come to Houston.
Man, it is wild. It's wild out here. Yeah. I'm serious.
I disagree with Bernard on the women in Houston. You ain't never seen the women in Bloomingdale, Georgia. Man, there's some beauties in Bloomingdale.
When they came.
Right.
All the time.
They came from Houston. Cataract.
They came from Houston.
Cataract. We got cataract.
We gonna play this last Karen. Karen's out of control. This Karen here is out of control.
No, bro. Step away from the car, bro.
Is this even your car? I mean, do you have the papers for it and stuff?
Sir,
it's really expensive. Doesn't seem like you guys can afford it.
I'm about to step up. I'm about to step up, bro. I'm about to step up.
What is your issue with it? It's not my issue.
Don't touch my car.
It's my customers and stuff. I just are just worried because it's very suspicious behavior.
Suspicious behavior. We're chilling. Bro, get your hands out the way. Bro, don't touch my car.
Okay, well,
I'm not going to tell you again.
Okay, please don't holler. Okay.
I'm not going to tell you again. Don't touch my car.
First of all, you are being very threatening right now. Okay? I do not feel safe right now, okay? And I tried to come over here and be polite and speak to you kindly, and just like you people always do, you get hostile and violent. I'm on my job, and I have people coming here talking about the two scary guys in the car.
Oh my God.
And on my job.
Bro, you sound crazy.
I sound crazy.
You gotta relax.
Me?
What's going on?
I am not going to relax, okay? I am not going to chill out or whatever you kids say, okay?
You overreacting.
I'm not going to relax until you are out of this parking lot.
Why are you yelling?
Stop endangering my customers.
Why are you yelling?
Because I am threatened right now.
I feel threatened.
You're the scary one.
Wow. You know what? Call the police.
No, I am.
Go ahead and go. This is insane,
I
bro.
cannot believe this in my own parking lot where I work.
Oh my God. This is crazy. What's going on, bro?
Whoa.
Man, I would have said, if you don't get your BA out my window in 5 minutes, I'm going to get out the car and BA. Hey,
you giving him all that?
I'm a full-blooded Aries. Don't play with me like that.
That almost seems like it was a skit.
Beat man ass.
Trust me.
Joey, where you found that out on
You tell them all day long on the on the tube.
Trust me.
Yeah.
They have a whole thing dedicated to Karens.
Yeah,
that's it. Because I'm telling y'all, it never goes down like that. I mean, very rare. No, that was a skit.
No, son, I'm telling you,
it seems so unbelievable that it seems like it's a skit, right?
Yeah.
It's so unbelievable. It's so egregious.
It's not. That's how those Karens do, man. The white Karens. I'm telling you, they dramatic. They for real. But I want to tell you something, people. us black folk are not broke. We got plenty of money. We can get anything we want. So don't get it twisted because we riding around in fancy car and you think it's not ours on.
That's a part of the problem right there.
Come on now. We the real deal Holyfield. We are, you know what? We are allowing y'all to tanga and maga with us.
Not tanga and
Trust me. Don't get it twisted. Don't let Donald Trump get it twisted. Trust me, he had $400 million his daddy gave it to him to start a company, and he broke. Donald Trump is trust me. And at the end of the day, he got to pay this other Becky with his little wee $435.
I saw it. It's not little.
Hey,
oh no! This is a family,
I got you. Oh,
said that?
You heard.
Is that little? Okay. You little trunky. Go ahead, little trunky.
What she saw that wasn't little.
His little wee wee.
It wasn't little.
Ooh.
It was not little.
Donald Trump.
Are you seeing Donald Trump?
No, I'm just playing.
Oh. You need to have her on your show on Saturday.
I know it. Hey, that was American.
That's a good one. That's a good one. Thank you for sharing the moment. Ladies and gentlemen, our viewing audience, I hope tonight that you guys picked up the theme of this show. It was about economics tonight. Because that car was about economics. They shouldn't have been driving a nice car like that. We try to give you tips about credit card, and it's better than using a debit card. Again, what we do at the Rabble, we try to inform the viewing audience. We need you to call in. Text us in questions and stuff. We want you to become better. We sitting here because of you. If you didn't view us, we wouldn't be on the air. And like Charlie always say, when people fail, when community fails, there are only two key reasons. Lack of information and lack of knowledge. And the mind is like a parachute. It only works when it opens. Keep what you need from the show, but try to apply. That's all we asking. God knows we love you. We're here because you cause us to be here. So do us a favor, share, call a friend, share, call a friend, share. Thank you.
Mr. Brown, did you used to sell cars in Savannah somewhere?
Oh, no.
This is what he's selling.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Beach bomb, butch body.
Hey, man, that sister tore her up. You know, I'm telling you now, y'all better start sleeping on these sisters, man. Y'all gonna get your ass tore up. I'm telling you.
They need to. She need to get this. Is what she got.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
All right, we're gonna ask everybody if you got comments. You can take your minute.
I already had mine, Joe.
I thought you just did yours.
I said already had mine. That was my comment.
Oh, okay. It was a good one. Anybody else that would like to do theirs? And
I want to say this here. This have been. We have a great platform here. And if y'all not using our platform to learn information, to see what's going on in your community, Savannah, Georgia, around the world, then I think y'all slipping on us. And at the end of the day, we good people. You know what I'm saying? We loving people. We caring people. We could have, trust me when I'm about to say this, the words about coming out my mouth is a figure with Bernard Brown, not our black media. I could have better things to do. I can be at Cheetah giving a woman $20 and all her clothes get off. But I'm here with y'all and trying to help the community. Trust me. You know what I'm saying? Y'all need to just come in. We should be the #1 all black media network around the world because you don't get this in Philadelphia, New York, Chicago, Detroit. So you don't get this. And we want to thank Julius Hall, and we want to thank Charlie Brown for the founder of Our Black Media Network. At the end of the day, we got great shows. Y'all watch them out. Special America After Dark with Bernard Brown, Saturday night, 9 o'clock. You know what? Kicking it.
All right,
I
go
have a
ahead,
question.
Sonia. You want to say something?
No.
You show no comment. Now you got an opportunity.
No.
Then wish the viewing audience good night, then, and thank them for.
Thank you guys for tuning in.
I have a question first.
Go ahead.
Oh, sorry,
we got time. Go ahead, baby.
Sorry. Are you all familiar with 14 words?
No, tell us about it.
All right. Before I recite it, just imagine you being birthed into a group of people that believe this wholeheartedly. And it goes like this. We must secure the existence of our people and a future for white children. I'll repeat it, 14 words. We must secure the existence of our people and a future for white children. So if you walk out of your door every day with that in your brain, anything that doesn't look like you is a threat, real or imagined. Would you agree?
Ooh, you deep. You deep.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I didn't create it. I didn't author that. That's a part of their belief as far as Freemasonry and Daughters of the Confederacy and all that kind of stuff. 14 words. If you ever see a tattoo or a graffiti with 14, that's what that means.
Oh, that's what it means.
Absolutely.
Man, I think you and Jamal need to get y'all a show together. Because, man, y'all deep. Trust
That is deep.
And there ain't no P. Diddy, TJ Jake deep. Man, y'all deep.
I'm just saying you'll offer something to the show that the other person doesn't know. And since I've been here in Savannah, that has been my mission, is to study my enemy and to learn about as much Freemasonry stuff as I can. Next time you ride past a cemetery here, notice all these phallic symbols you're gonna see. Remember this? I showed you guys.
Look at the pyramid thing.
Watch and see. And every time you see one, that represents the phallic symbol. They are enamored with the black man's you know what.
Yeah.
Me too.
We don't need to show that too much because you love to keep your head on that.
Julius, you got to do something with Bernard. He talking about depth and all kind of stuff.
Robert, you got anything to say besides anything about Glenda?
Well, no, I will start with, even though America After Dark is on Saturday, the number one rated show in the state of Georgia is the Watchtower. So y'all tune in at noon before you laugh. But to go off of what Chandra said earlier, I made a post today, a blog about Juneteenth, and I'm so excited about Juneteenth too. But I need us to be a little more excited about the voting rights, and I want us to be a little more excited about the reparations, and I want us to be a little more excited about the things that matter. We have bastardized MLK and Juneteenth to just drink and to eat barbecue. So we're basically putting cholesterol and bad stuff in our bodies, only to not get nothing from it, and the federal government gives us nothing but a pat on the back. So I just want you to just think a little deeper about things and start investing and stop killing ourselves in our communities, all for the sake of what you just said just a minute ago, Cozy.
And please, people, I'm gonna let Julius take over after this. Please, people, the reason the banks was closed today because the day is Juneteenth, and that's why it was a federal holiday today, and you should enjoy your day off and happy Juneteenth to all the viewing audience all around the country. All right, Ju, you got it.
I'm last but not least. I just got this inspirational quote to give you all. The deeper you heal, the higher you raise the bar on who has access to you. And it's not out of arrogance. It's about protecting the peaceful, calm, drama-free life you worked so hard to elevate to. This new chapter requires you to be less accessible to any type of toxicity. Buy land in secret. Build the house in secret. Then have the inauguration party with the public. Go on dates in secret. Propose in private. Then get married in front of a crowd. Let your enemies see your reality, never your vision, or you will have division. In a chess game, you don't talk. In a chess game, you don't talk. You just act. The only time you speak when you're playing chess is to say checkmate. Life is like chess. Don't broadcast your intentions. Act in silence. Keep achieving. Your achievements are your checkmates.
Right. Yeah.
That's good stuff, man. I like that. That's very powerful.
Yeah.
That's a good message, because we have a tendency sometimes to boast what we're going to do, and before you can get it done, they cut you off at your knees.
Yeah.
You keep things to yourself until it's done, and then you can run it in the newspaper.
Yeah. And I want to say this here. If I got 1 minute, Drew.
Yeah, one, please.
1 minute. Okay. I want to say this here. I don't give a damn whether you like Julius Hall. I don't give a damn whether you don't care to be around you. Let me tell you something here. I know where that brother been. We grown up together. We've been knowing each other for over 50 years. I know where this brother been. This brother been where nobody don't ever want to be. And for this brother to get this platform like this here, I don't give a damn who don't like him. At the end of the day, and I say it on every time I get on the show, I say it because at the end of the day, it's all you kissing. I ain't kissing Julius' ass. That's my boy. That's my boy. My boy saved me to not to leave where he went at. That's why I got the hell on from Atlanta, Georgia. And I always say, hey, brother, I appreciate you, because his downfall was my upfall. Believe me. So at the end of the day, if you don't like it, change the goddamn channel. I don't care. Brother, I'm giving you your roses right now. Period. I love you. You're a great man. And who don't like it can go where the sun don't shine with Donald Trump at. Period.
Well, we got 6 minutes, and he said if you really care, you would send him a gas card of $100.
No, hey, my $100. Hey, if I give you $100, that's women that won't be getting naked.
Wow. I love it.
This ain't like a good set of headlights.
If I knew you were going to speak so great, I would have told you had 5 minutes.
Look, Mr. Brown's so disrespectful. We're here.
Do you get to write that off, Bernard?
I write it off all the way to Donald Trump house. He write his shit off.
No, serious though.
Baby, I don't give money unless I write it off.
Thank you, Bernard.
I don't give money unless I write it off. Y'all think I'm sitting there every Friday night giving them money? At the end of the year, I'm getting it back. Trust me. And no honey's doing what they do now, so I can be able to do what I can do later.
Some people like to smoke. Some people like to smoke. Some people like to drink. Some people like to go spend.
Yeah.
So what's the difference in him spending and giving it to people who need it?
Right.
He's really a charitable.
You notice I said write it off. He said ride. Right? There's a difference between write and ride.
I write it off. Trust me.
Yeah.
Down in the valley with a girl.
Hey, y'all got it all mixed up, man. We got old folks going there, white folk, black. We old. Trust me. I average going out the strip club. I probably made, and this is the truth, I probably spend about $22. You know why? Shit, I done bought the club.
Right. Yeah. All right, well, we are out of here, people, and we'll get with y'all a little bit later.
Come out to Port Wentworth on June 21st and celebrate Juneteenth with us. Bring the kids, your family, and your friends and enjoy a day of entertainment, history, culture, and fun. Don't forget, The Port Wentworth Juneteenth Festival is June 21st in Port Wentworth.